So, not going to go over homework questions today because nobody did the homework. So, we'll have to save that for a rainy day. Okay? So, then I gave you a white sheet. I'm going to give you about, 5 minutes or so. That should be enough time to answer those 4 questions. Okay? So, if you need to work on it with a shoulder partner, you can work on it with a shoulder partner. Okay? So, let's do that. All right, so part A says write an explicit equation. So that means we got to write just the equation. So we got to write out what we're looking for here. First off, we got to decide. We got 2 roads to choose from. Okay, there's the arithmetic road and there's the geometric road. Okay, which road are we going down in this particular situation? Why arithmetic, Ryan? We're always, when we add an ounce to our package, we go up by 17 cents. We add another ounce, we go up by 17 cents. It's always adding 17 cents for each additional ounce. So that is arithmetic. So from page 470 or from the bottom of your notes then, okay, the formula for an arithmetic equation is, sleeve got a little issue there, okay, is A sub n, where'd the A go? Lost my A there. It's crazy. It's crazy, Joe Rogan. Okay. So that's A sub n equals A sub 1 plus D times n minus 1. So I need 2 things. I need D, my common difference, and I need the first term, A sub 1. Okay, do I have either of those?
17 cents.
And which one is that?
Common difference.
That's my common difference is 17 cents. So D is 0.17. It's what I'm going up with every time. Okay? What is A sub 1 then? 41 cents. Okay? Because it said it increased the cost of laying to up to 1 ounce to 41 cents. Okay? So A sub 1 then is that. Okay? So my formula then is A sub n equals 0.41 plus 0.17 times n minus 1. That's it. Okay? Question B says, what is the domain for that sequence? So what values of n make that sequence work? Above 1?
Yes.
And so to infinity and beyond?
Yes.
What, Ben?
Up to 13 ounces.
Up to 13 ounces. It says right here that we're only going up to 13 ounces. So in interval notation, it would be from 1, because we're always going to be charged, you can never be charged 0 ounces, right? Okay, so we're going from 1 to 13. If we're in an inequality, it would be 1 is less than or equal to n is less than or equal to 13. Wrong color. No, I like it. Okay. Part C said, using the formula, what is the cost of a letter that weighs 9 ounces? Well, our formula was A sub n equals 0.41 plus 0.17 times n minus 1. What am I going to substitute in now? 9 for n. Okay, so then that's going to be, I'm going to be looking for now A sub 9 equals 0.41 plus 0.17 times 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 times 0.17 is 1.36. 1.36 plus 0.41 gets me the cost of a 9-ounce package, then would be $1.77. Okay. Part D says, if the final bill for my postage is $2.45. So let's start with A sub n equals A sub 1. Oops, I shouldn't say that because we already know what that is. We should say here instead 0.41 plus 0.17. Oops, I almost put plus. Right? Okay. So now if the cost of the postage is $2.45, where can I plug that in?
Oh, or no.
No, we're in D now.
Oh, $2.45. $2.45. Put that in for A sub n.
Put that in for A sub n, says Max. Do we agree with putting it in for A sub n? Because A sub n is the cost to mail that letter or that package, right? So then this becomes 2.45 equals 0.41 plus 0.17 times n minus 1. If I subtract off 41 cents from both sides, that leaves me with 204 there, and if I divide by 17 cents, I think it's 12. 34, yep, 12. So it's a 13-ounce package. Okay. In your textbooks, then, on page 471 in your textbooks, then, down there at the bottom, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to do A and B. Okay? A and B, please. Probably should wait for the recording to start. A couple of different ways you got to think about this. Sometimes it might be helpful for you to write out some parts of the sequence, right? Okay? So if I write out the sequence here, it would be 180 would be my first term, and then 360, and then 540, and then that's all that they give me, right? Okay. Next one would be what? 720, and so on and so forth, right? Okay. All right. Arithmetic or geometric? Arithmetic, because it's always going up by 180, right? Okay. So here then, though, I got to think, whoa, what the heck happened there, man? Nah, it didn't work. Just got rid of my dots. Whoa, that's not going to help. Need that one. Okay. All right. So, okay. First term though was a what? This is it's a triangle, right? Okay. Which has how many sides? 3. Second one was a quadrilateral, which has how many sides?
4.
Third one was a pentagon that has 5 sides. So we go all the way down here now. A decagon has how many sides? So 10 sides, right? Which would be not the 10th term. Because those two aren't the same. You know what I mean? So it'd be the what? Somebody said it over there. 8th term. Okay? So we're looking for the 8th term in that sequence. If I use positive 180 as my a sub 1. Now, I could also use positive 180 as a sub 3, go backwards. If I'm adding 180 to get the next term every time, to go backwards I would subtract 180. So I could subtract 180 twice to get that first term of negative 180. Either way, okay? So that would give me, in this, the one that I have up here, a sub n would be 180 plus 180 times n minus 1, and I want to find a sub 8. Eight minus 1 is 7. 7 times 180 is 1,260 plus 180 is 1,440 degrees. Okay? Not just enough to give me the answer in anything that we do. Okay? We're a show work type of a class. Okay? So unless the answer is like a multiple choice type thing, you're going to be showing some work. And even when it's multiple choice, you're probably still going to be showing some work. Okay? Part B says, the employees at Franco's Pizza Shack turn the pizza ovens down to 200 degrees overnight. When the workers open the shop in the morning, they turn the ovens up to 550 degrees. If the temperature of each oven increases by 40% every 30 minutes, will the ovens reach the required 550 degrees in 1.5 hours? Okay, so a couple of side notes about increases by 40%. Okay, so if I'm looking for anytime that you see increases by a percentage, it's automatically geometric. Okay? When it's increasing by a percentage, It's automatically geometric. Okay? So the R value then is going to equal 1 plus the percentage if you're increasing. Or your R value is going to be 1 minus the percentage if you are decreasing. Okay. So if we're increasing by 40%, that tells me then that my R value is 1 plus 40% in decimal form is 0.40. So that gives me an R value of 1.4. Okay. So my formula then would be G sub n is equal to 200 times 1.4 raised to the n minus 1 power. So what is n?
1.5.
N is not 1.5. Think about this logically. It starts at 200, right? Right? So that's time of 0, right? 30 minutes later, it's at a certain temperature, right? 30 minutes after that, it's at a certain temperature, right? 30 minutes after that is what I'm looking for, right? So what's n?
30.
What's n?
40. 0.40.
What's n? Nope. 4. First term, second term, third term, fourth term. N here is 4. So if I put 4 into that equation down there, 200 times 1.4 to the 4 minus 1 power. 4 minus 1 is 3. 1.4 cubed. 1.4, not 1.1. No, no,
10 times the power.
no. And then multiply that times 200. 548.8 degrees. Is that 550 degrees? No. So it will not make it. Okay. Tonight and tomorrow night, on page 472 in your textbook, we are going to collect that page out of your textbook as a formative assessment. It will be due on Wednesday. Okay? Now, we're going to skip, because we are skipping the recursive formula, we're going to skip the recursive formula column. So cross out that recursive formula column. However, you might want to write this stuff down, just so you know better. Okay? We don't pack up until the end here. Okay? All right? This is going to give you some information, though. So it's going to give you the first term in both of those two. It gives you the first term. So the first term is going to be 4. So if I've got to write the first 4 sequences, then the other part that I've got to know in a recursive geometric formula is that number in front is r. Okay? So this tells me here that G sub 1 is 4 and that r is 3. Bad r. And that r is 3. This down here in an arithmetic one, it's telling me that a sub 1 is 20, and it's also telling me that d is 10. Okay? So you have to find the first 4 terms of each of those, decide if it's geometric or arithmetic, and then give the explicit formula for all of them. Due on Wednesday. Okay?